What is up, you guys? Comeback arc of the year? Today, we'll be talking about an infamous friend group known as Hugo's friend group. The 4 people we'll be talking about in that friend group are Hugo, Ajad, Cringe, and Yazin. The 4 bad apples of the friend group, if you really want to say that. These 4 idiots are the ones who forced me out of retirement because of their shit with Bella. We also have a special guest for today's video, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're starting off with Hugo first, and some of his actions dates all the way back to 2024. And this was during his beef he had with Yazin. Apparently Yazin got outed as a zoophile, and Hugo was the first one to go at him, beefing with him for months. Rather than going public about it and exposing Yazin as the zoophile he is, he resorted to trolling Yazin. And to make matters worse, just like what Yazin did a few times, he told Yazin to rape a deer. And he had to try to call him out for it, and he told him it was dark humor. Roll that clip for me.
Not to mention that, speaking of dark humors, he can't handle any piece of dark humor. Like I told him to rape a deer. Yep, he did the same thing, bro. These guys are—
What in the correlation? So it's zoophilia when Yazin tells someone to rape a deer, but when you do it, it's considered dark humor. What in the correlation? There is no correlation here whatsoever. When Hugo did get confronted about it, he made up lies saying that a guy named Henry manipulated and framed him to even do something like this, when in reality, we got that live on stream. You cannot say you were manipulated to do that whatsoever. It wasn't long until someone found an unlisted link, got the video evidence from the stream, and then Hugo got confronted about it on my Discord server. Which stream was the first one to catch an eye of this, and he talked to Hugo about it, and Hugo denied it right there. When Hugo kept denying and deflecting right there, it wasn't long until this argument on my Discord server got heated. When the argument eventually cooled down, Hugo decided to play the suicide card, acting like he didn't do anything wrong at all. When being asked about his suicidal thoughts when the situation happened, he claimed he didn't self-harm at the time, he just felt suicidal in real life. When Train Stream was asking about suicidal thoughts, he was never talking about real life, he was only talking about if you self-harmed or not. Saying so otherwise completely destroyed your entire argument and thus validating the other side of the argument. Another thing that would completely invalidate Hugo's side of the story is that Hugo decided to come clean and admit guilt the moment Bobo decided to clear his name. Why did you not do that sooner? You made yourself look bad and even made Bobo look bad in front of the whole Discord server. Luckily for us, Hugo is leaving the GoAnime community, possibly by the end of the month. So Hugo, if you're somehow watching this, get yourself together and quit with the pathetic excuses. Now we move on to Ajad. Ajad is next, and I gotta say, he's probably the dumbest there is out of the entirety of Hugo's friend group. He's just as dumb as his brother Ahmad, and I'ma show you how. It was February 8th, and Ajad had recently got himself into controversy with Cody. Rather than coming clean and admitting guilt, Ajad decided to play the suicide card in front of my entire Discord server, acting like he didn't do anything wrong at all. My brother in Christ, you started this entire situation with Cody, making a literal lie that he lied about his age, when in reality he did not. You have no one else but yourself to blame, you dumb twat. Another example of Ajad's stupidity is that when Cringe suicide baited on Bella, rather than hearing Bella's side of the story, he believed Cringe's fucking lies and banned Bella from Discord servers. By the time I banned him off my Discord server, he decided to play innocent, acting like he had nothing to do with the situation to begin with, when in reality you banned Bella from Discord servers and believed Cringe's lies out of blind trust for your friend, who is also a zoophile, by the way. That's just the tip of the iceberg. When Ajad found out about a situation my friend Miss Lady Girl, aka Viola, got herself into with Yazin, rather than questioning both sides out of blind loyalty, Ajad bans Viola, knowing well she did not do shit to Yazin at all whatsoever. Defending zoophiles is one thing, but believing a suicide baiter could make Ajad look really bad if you ask me. In any shape or form, he could become a future zoophile at some point. Ajad talks tough for sure, right? But in the outside, he's a genuine pussy if you ask me. When he kept being an idiot in my own comment section, I added him in a GC. And to my surprise, he pussied out in seconds. Not even 5 minutes. Within seconds, we were about to troll him and he just left. When I added Crimson into the GC, rare collab with me and Crimson, by the way. Ooh. Ajad told us to go fuck ourselves and he left for the second time in a row and he blocked me. Oh my god, these guys are so unreal. What the fuck? Listen, Ajad, if you really want to talk tough, at least do it in front of my face and don't make yourself look as bad as you did on that GC. To end it off, Ajad is pretty much a retard. There's not much I could be able to say about him. Oh yeah, fuck you, Red Windows. There's so much crap I could be able to say about these 4 faggots, but really don't have the composure to do so. So I invited my friend Noah to help me out with this video. Take it away, my pal!
Hey guys, we are so back. I know many of you have watched my videos from the past few days and weeks. It's just disheartening to see individuals whom I prefer to as Rokukan plagiarizers, adding unnecessary accessories to their appearances in an attempt to appear cool, but failing to do so. No disrespect intended. But they are copying his intros, outros, and more without giving him the credit he deserves, or drawing inspiration from him. However, I'm thrilled to share this video that had garnered 1,600 views in just 2 days. Thank you guys so much for that. And for the people who have plagiarized, Roku are now rebranding their avatars and making changes, which makes me proud. It's because y'all do know it's important to be a leader and not a follower. So let me take a moment and share my perspective on the friend group. Hugo's friend group exhibits a level of maturity, drama, and problematic behavior, which that is quite concerning. Whenever they became upset, they unjustly direct their anger towards by innocent individuals. This group has a tendency of doxing people, ranting and leaking personal information without any valid reason. Right? Honestly, what is even the purpose of ranting? It's just better to let them be. Karma will catch up to them eventually. However, the main issue seemed to stem from Hugo. Back in 2024, I don't know if any of y'all heard of this, but he had infamously told Azam, who was merely like 9 or 10 years old back then, to take his own life, while Hugo was already 15. I wish I had the screenshots, but it was on my old computer, so I had lost it. I am so sorry. I truly don't understand how anyone could excuse his behavior, but furthermore, many of you may recall that he made a bizarre comment about someone needing to engage in inappropriate act with a deer.
Not to mention that, speaking of dark humors, he can't handle any piece of dark humor. Like I told him to a deer. Yep, he did the same thing, bro.
I had to screen record this just in case if he deletes the video, private it, unlist it, or if YouTube deleted the video. So around that time, he also complained in the community post about a person named Henry, claiming that he was manipulated to becoming a zoophile. Yet he provided no evidence to support this. A former friend of mine, who I've known since 2023, asked me about this situation, and I told him it sounded like an excuse. So I want to ask y'all, do y'all believe that a claim of manipulation is merely a cover-up and not an accidental circumstance? Because he had told me that teenagers in India can face serious legal consequences for zoophilia. Now that's out of the way, we have A side in the spotlight. But I'm not very sure if this was a rumor, but someone did claim that he engaged in a fabricated relationship with B when she was around 20 years old and Asad was still 14, or I don't know if he turned 15, because like I think he was still 14 at that time still. I don't know if this one was rumored as well, but everyone says that he supports his older brother Ahmad for his pedophilia actions. I don't know if it's true or not, because I be hearing this everywhere, and I'm trying to figure out if this is true or not. Even if Ahmad did something that is pedophilia, Assad won't even defend him. Around March 2025 was kinda insane, cause Assad server, the fake rules channel, he had said, "I'm a sock puppet made by Ahmad. CP sharers can be forgiven." I don't know who the hell told this man to say that CP sharers can be forgiven as a fake rule or a joke. Joking about CP is just wrong and just taken too far. I don't get how y'all let him slide for saying that bullshit, bro. And at that time, he got his so-called friends leaking it in the community posts. And some of them cut contact with him for what he said. A-side, buddy, you gotta watch who you consider your friends, bro. And one time, I was in A-side server. I don't know if he found out about this, but like, I had nuked his server for no apparent reason. I was just bored. I wanted to nuke it. He would also claim that everyone hates him, but they don't. Literally, no one likes you. Assad refuses to hold his own brother accountable for sharing CP. Hugo and Assad both gave Carmelo false hates over him calling them out, and he had to fake like them in order to get his fan base back. That was somewhere in 2025. Now that I'm done talking about them, we have cringe. Well, technically, I don't really got that much evidence on him, so like, I'm just gonna get this over with and just provide some screenshots. This message right here, I don't know who you had said this to, but that was too far. I think you're basically just wanting someone to get groomed or molested by a pedophile, cause what is wrong with you? This man is actively wishing for another person to be targeted, groomed, and severely abused by a child predator. He is using real-world criminal trauma as a weapon for online harassment. I mean, seriously, this isn't just internet drama. This is a toxic escalation that crosses every line of human decency. I don't know what really happened on there, but I'ma say that normal disagreements end with an argument. Malicious behavior ends with wishing severe, life-altering trauma upon someone. This kind of behavior is not just an insult, it is a targeted attack on someone's fundamental safety, and it completely violates the community guidelines regarding the severe harassments. People who weaponize predatory abuse have no place in any healthy community. At all. At all. Next screenshot. This screenshot right here, which it took place around November 30th, 2024. This message right here, it says he's 15. Because I'm confused, because the day on my birthday, when I turned 16 years old, he said he's 13. Do you not know your age, or did you lie about your age just to fit in with the friend group or something? Where are your parents? They should be giving you an for behaving like this online. Cringe. I don't know if you're this big mad at Azam, but why do you have to make this picture out of him? And plus, who even makes picture like this in a 24? Leave that in a 2021 or 2020, because no one this year makes stuff like this anymore. I don't know what even is your real age, but you're not supposed to be saying this. Azam, did you piss him off this bad that he had to wish death upon you? That's all I have for cringe. But now, the next topic is Yasin. Ooh, a lot happening about Yasin. He got a lot of allegations, bro. I wonder what he did. But these are the only things I know what Yasin did. So first, he's been sexually harassing Trixie 4 times. He forced Trixie to say a Jewish slur. Last year, Yasin one time tried to bait on Viola. I think I had made a video about it last year, but the video is still up.
Great, they did it again. They are putting suicidal next to their names. Do y'all seriously just want attention?
And he said I made him self-harm for what? What did I even do?
How? How did Viola make you self-harm? Tell me, how did she make you self-harm?
Whatever you had just watched right there, this was technically like some typical GoAnimator thing. Nick was just making suicidal pictures, adding suicidal next to the names, and etc. Cause what? Who even does that? Who even puts that on their name and makes an art of it? This video took place last year around March, so if y'all want the video, I might send a link to that video in the comments. I think that's pretty much it. That's the only evidence I got from those four, and that's the end of my side story about the Hugo friend group. Adios people, go subscribe to Solar Exposes.
Before we do continue with the video, I'd like to give a huge thanks to Noah for hopping on the video with me. We're back in the booth together, man, and now to discuss Cringe's actions right here. Cringe has a record of saying a bunch of disgusting shit as well as death threats, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Around March 14th of last year, he decided to suicide bait on Bella, knowing well. First off, you have no proof of her doing so whatsoever, and second off, she wasn't even aware this happening to begin with. She didn't even do anything wrong at all whatsoever. When the situation got worse to the point of Cringe actually trying to snitch to Decken, as well as Bella getting kicked off of Discord servers, Bella just absolutely had it with people trying to bait on her, and she really wanted to fucking kill herself. It gets to a point, okay, where she is seconds away from actually losing it. When I confronted Cringe on Discord, he showed little to no remorse or accountability for his actions at all. He kept trying to play the victim card and act like he didn't even do anything wrong, when in reality, you had a whole server go after Bella, all because of a goddamn vent, my brother in Christ. You did this over a vent. That has got to be one of the most immature things you have even done throughout your entire career. When I had Cringe back into a corner, it wasn't long until Redarbel had blocked him, and one apology later, he had finally cracked under pressure. There really is no saving Cringe with his inappropriate behavior, sending death threats, suicide baiting, and suicide enforcing. He is by far the worst person out of Hugo's entire friend group. I am not even kidding with you guys. Cringe, if you're somehow watching this, I hope and pray none of us have the slightest inconvenience of seeing your face ever again. Last but not least, the man himself, Yazin. Yazin is up next, and I gotta say, he's probably the most controversial person out of Hugo's entire friend group. What he did back in 2024 was really bad. I already mentioned the time Yazin told someone to rape an animal. I mentioned that on the Hugo segment. This was during his beef with Hugo, and Noah in his part of the video already mentioned the time Yazin sexually harassed Bella 4 times, and even forced her to say a Jewish slur at one point. And last year, he suicide baited on Viola. I don't know what came to his head for even trying to do so whatsoever, considering Bella was someone who tried to out Yazin last year, and I don't know if Viola had some kind of involvement in Yazin's controversy or not. My honest guess was that he's probably still salty about what happened in 2024. He decided to suicide bait on Viola, making her look bad just to get more sympathy out of the others. Oh yeah, I got this gem, so suck my fucking dick. The funny thing about all of this is how quickly it backfired in less than minutes. Violet ended up confronting Yazin about it, and Yazin kept making the same excuses, going like, oh, you made me self-harm myself, without any proof whatsoever. Yazin decided to call it quits the moment Noah ended up stepping in. And let me tell you, Yazin has a record of saying a bunch of suicidal shit. And let me tell you, it just makes you look bad at the end of the day. Take a screenshot where Yazin actually wanted to cut off his own fucking private part. Listen, Yazin, if you're really that mentally unstable, you shouldn't even be on social media at all whatsoever. Saves you the humiliation you caused yourself for trying to accuse Octavia for suicide baiting. There's a lot of crap I could be able to talk about Yazin, but by the time I do, this video is probably going to be an hour long, and by the time someone else from Hugo's friend group or Yazin might do some stupid shit, roll the conclusion already. So, in conclusion, by far this is going to be one of the longest videos I've even made out of somebody, nor someone. From the evidence alone, Hugo's friend group is one of the most immature, problematic, and drama-hungry friend groups there is in the entire GoAnime community. Hugo, Assad, Cringe, Yazin, all four of them, they're all nutcases of their own right. And it's a shame to see two of them spiral so out of control back when they first did from 2025 and 2024. I would like to give some shout outs to Noah for hopping on the video with me, as well as people mentioned in the video. Thank you for all the memories in this drama. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you all later.